Today we'll be discussing the very interesting topic of quadratic equation. The theoretical portion along with few questions is already been covered. The theoretical portion has already been covered. From quadratic equation, whatever theory portion we are having, it has already been covered. And we are left with little bit of problem solving. Basically, we are not going for problem solving for every chapter, but quadratic equation, at least one question we can say that there is a high probability that one question will get from quadratic equation also. This is the general trend, I would say. May not be, but this is also a very good concept, would give us the clarity for other concepts in algebra. So, and in the previous session we discussed Wavy-Carbon absolute value function, which took us a lot of time to complete it, so we cannot discuss all the quality questions from quadratic equation. That's why this problem solving session has been set up. As well, this is the most important thing to be noted, that it's simply useless class if not, there is a condition, if not. Always remember, this is not the first question that we are going to solve. We will solve from the easy questions. Yeah, I'd say that this is a comparatively easy question, quite easy question. Suppose a and b are integers and a plus b is the root of this equation. What is the maximum possible value of b square? Okay, we do not need to do anything. This is simply a quadratic equation. We have been asked for maximum value. So whenever we are getting such kind of things like maximum value, quadratic equation, roots, we can put the value of the roots a plus b in x, and for maximum value we know that discriminant greater than equals to 0 is the most helpful thing for determining the maximum value, and it gives us the correct answer in most of the cases. It will also give us the correct answer in most of the cases. So approach is clear. I hope that you have already, the basic system is pause, solve or try, at least try for 10 minutes, one question 10 minutes, and then watch. PSW, okay, PTW, pause, try, watch. This is the most important thing. Now let's try to solve the problem. How do we solve it? The first approach is to put the value of a plus b in this xx square plus ax plus b. Since a plus b is a root, that means it satisfies the equation. A plus b whole square plus a into a plus b plus b. Just putting a plus b in x, just putting x equals to a plus b, we will get this. Simplifying this, we will get a equation a square plus 2ab plus b square plus a square plus ab plus b equals to 0. We can get 2 times of a square, 2 times of a square plus 3ab plus b square plus b. So considering this as a quadratic equation in A, because we need the maximum value of b, so we are considering this as a quadratic equation in A. We have discriminant greater than equals to 0. Now what is the condition? You guys just see this very clearly. This is a very important condition, that the roots are integer. The first condition for integral root is nothing else that discriminant is a perfect square where P belongs to Z denotes the set of integers. So P square should be a perfect square. When discriminant is a perfect square, because what kind of root we are getting? Minus B plus minus root over of D. What is the root? We all know from quadratic formula plus minus root D by 2. If x is an integer, this part should be integer. The only possibility that this part is integer is D equals to 0 or root D is an integer. So I hope that this is very clear, because this is the easiest thing. So considering the discriminant, now it is also correct that if discriminant is a perfect square, that always doesn't means that roots are integral. That always doesn't means roots are integral. We need integral values of a satisfying the equation. That's why root should be also integral, because whatever value of a that we will get after solving the equation, because a and b are integers, the conditions are, everything is given, a and b are integer if you have read the question. So a and b are integer means a should be integer. In this equation, after solving, a should be some integer. A integer means what? Discriminant should be perfect square. That is the first condition. Now after getting some value of perfect square, we have to put that value in this equation and check that whether the value of a we are getting is an integer or not, because this is the only method to confirm whether this is an integer or not. After this much of elaboration and explanation, I hope that the question should be very clear. Discriminant equals to b square minus 4, 8b square minus 8 is a perfect square. Here we will use some kind of Diophantine equation, but I will not use this word because this hasn't been discussed. So I'd say that 8b. Now we need to create a perfect square. Then our simplification will be very easy. We will get some, if we get some a square here and we have some p square here, we will get a square minus p square equals to some number, say k. Then we can factorize this a minus p into a plus p. This is the strategy I am saying, and we can find out the factors of k. This will help us to simplify and find out the integral values of b. Let's see the magic. Let's create a perfect square. What we will do? We have b square minus 8b. To create a perfect square, we need 8b. 4, that is plus 16. We will subtract 16 equals to p square. We will get b minus 4 whole square minus p square equals to 16. This was the most crucial result we are getting. How many pages I am having? Okay, I am having a lot of pages. Yeah. Let me use the next page. This is nothing else but b minus 4 plus p. B minus 4 minus p equals to 16. Now how to solve? This is also integer, this is also integer, this is also integer. Let us factorize 16. The possible factor are plus minus 2 into plus minus 8, plus minus 4 into plus minus 4 and plus minus 1 into plus minus 4, 16. Now we will reject this. Why? Let's see the case that when b minus 4 plus p, just a minute, we will reject this because when b minus 4 plus p into b minus 4 minus p is some 1 into 16. When let's consider this term is equals to 1 because it is minus p, and this term corresponds to 16. Then what will happen, just see, b minus 4 plus p equals to 16, b minus 4 minus p equals to 1. After adding them, p and p will be cancelled. Some dark colors. Twice of b minus 4 will be 17. Now b is an integer, 4 is an integer, but if we divide this, since this is an odd number, this will not be absolutely divisible. So since this is not divisible, we will not get integral value of b, but according to the question we need integral value of b as well as integral value of a. So we will reject this case. We are rejecting this case. The two possible cases are this and this. Considering p is a positive number, we can easily sort out the cases as b minus 4. Let's add the case. We'll get twice of b minus 4 equals to I'm directly writing it. I hope that you have got the issue, got the method. Plus minus 10. 10 by 2, okay, 10 minus 10 plus 8 minus 8, dividing by 2, we get b minus 4 equals to 5, minus 5, 4, minus 4, b will be 9, and this will be the maximum value of b. Now after getting the maximum value of b, we need to check that if we put b equals to 9 in this equation, the value of a should belongs to integer. I am not solving this part. I just say put b equals to 9, and you will observe that the value of a, one value of a, I think we will get some minus 6. Let me check. Yes, I guess this will be some minus 6. So since this is minus 6, at b equals to 9, both are integers and satisfying the criteria. So the maximum value of b will be nothing else but b square, will be nothing else but 81, and this will be our answer. I hope that I am quite clear. So now let's go for a good question from JEE Advanced. Basically, the idea behind solving this question is nothing else rather to just show that questions that are asked in Olympiads are also being asked in JEE, and as well as to go through the concept of a typical kind of algebraic reduction. Algebraic reduction is just a solving methodology. It's nothing else other than a solving process. It's not a theory. It's just similar to bashing. Quite similar, I would not say totally similar, quite similar. It's similar to Vieta jumping or angle chasing for geometry. I'm saying just similar. I'm using the word similar, not exactly the same. Never same, totally different. So what are the datas that we can have from the question itself? X square minus x minus 1. That is, x square equals to x plus 1. And this is what I want to teach. This is a typical kind of reduction. We are reducing a equation of degree 2 into a linear equation. This is what reduction is. According to me, this is reduction. I don't know what is reduction for others. This is one important thing that we can have from the question itself. Another important thing, alpha greater than beta, we can also find the roots directly. X equals to minus b plus minus root over of b square 1 plus 4 5 by 2. These are the roots, and alpha is greater than beta, so alpha will be 1 plus root 5. Alpha will be 1 plus root 5 by 2, and beta will be 1 minus root 5 by 2. Alpha, beta we have got. We have got most of the thing. And we need to prove this is not the exact question. This was just the option number 1 of the question. For making it short and to the point, I have given this bn equals to alpha to the power n. We have also been provided a value of bn that will make the equation very easy. Bn plus 1. Should we consider bn plus 1? No, if we consider bn plus 1, then this will be quite messy. Bn equals to an minus 1. An minus 1. Okay, let's directly write the value of an minus 1. What is the value of alpha to the power n minus 1? Alpha to the power n minus 1 plus minus beta to the power n minus 1 alpha minus beta plus alpha to the power n plus 1 minus beta to the power n plus 1 alpha minus beta. Bn equals to alpha to the power n minus 1 1 plus alpha square minus beta to the power n minus 1 1 plus beta square over alpha minus beta. Now 1 plus beta square. We have this alpha and beta roots. Alpha and beta are the satisfying values. If we put alpha here in this equation, if we put alpha equals to x or beta equals to x, both of these will satisfy this equation. So alpha square plus 1 will be nothing else but alpha plus 2. Reduction. This is reduction. Very easy thing. Not that easy. Some lengthy questions are also formed using this reduction method. Alpha plus 2, beta to the power n minus 1, beta plus 2 by alpha minus beta. What is the value of alpha minus beta? Root 5. Just see. 1 minus. Okay, this will be minus root 5, I guess. 1 minus 1 gone. Yeah. No, 1 minus 1 is gone. 1 minus 1 plus root 5. This will be root 5, simply root 5. And we have the value of alpha alpha to the power n minus 1. What is the value of alpha? 1 plus root 5, 1 plus root 5 plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 root 5. This will be 5 plus 5 plus root 5. 5 plus root 5 minus beta to the power n minus 1. 5 minus root 5. 5 minus root 5 by root 5. Dividing by root 5, we will get alpha to the power. Dividing by root 5, we will get alpha to the power n minus 1. 1 plus root 5 minus beta to the power n minus 1. 1 minus root 5. Just a minute. Then it's not happening, yeah? Yeah, it's not happening that way. What's the problem? Oh shit. I just missed the part that this is divided by 2. Just a minute. I got it. This is correct only. One thing just I missed during the simplification, that this part is divided by 2 and this part is also divided by 2. So this will be divided by 2, this will be divided by 2. And here also I have written this wrong, exclusively wrong. 1 plus root 5 is absolutely correct, but this will be nothing else but root 5 minus 1. Wrong. Alpha to the power n minus 1. This is nothing else but alpha minus beta to the power n minus 1. This is nothing else but minus beta. This will be alpha to the power n plus beta to the power n. And this is what? Bn. So it is proved. The only thing that we used here was the application of this problem, and that's why we have introduced this problem. Now let's go for some very good questions. Which question first? Let's solve this question first. This is a given condition, x not equals to y. Very easy question. We have the formula of x cube plus y cube equals to x plus y, x square minus xy plus y square. That's why it says that NCERT is a prerequisite. Equals to x plus y whole square. X plus y cancelled out. X square minus xy plus y square minus x minus y equals to 0. X square plus minus y minus 1 into x plus y square minus y equals to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation in x. We need integral values. So the first condition is d greater than equals to 0. That is small thing is consuming a lot of space. Discriminant greater than equals to 0 implies that b square y plus 1 whole square minus 4 into y square minus y is greater than equals to 0. y square plus 1 plus 2y minus 4y square plus 4y greater than equals to 0 is nothing else but minus 3y square plus 6y plus 1 is greater than equals to 0. Leading coefficient is negative. If we multiply the whole, we will get some 3y square minus 6y minus 1 lesser than equals to 0. After factorizing, we need to get the critical points. Find out the critical points. Let me find out. Minus b plus minus root over of b square minus plus 4ac 48 by 2a equals to 6 plus minus root over of 48 by 6. 48 is what? 48 is 16, 16, 16 3 ja, how much? 30, 12, 18, 48, yeah. 6 plus minus 4 root 3 by 6. Divide and concur, whatever. 6 divided by 4, we'll get some value, we'll get the critical points. Let me remove this part because this is just calculation part. We do not need this calculation. That's why VB curve was discussed before quadratic equation. We often need this. What were the values? It's not working. Just a minute. Three minus 2 root 3 by 3. 3 plus 2 root 3. Plus 2 root 3 plus 2 root 3 by 3. Y lies in this region. Use calculator and approximate the values. Approximate the values. Let me approximate. This is 3 minus 2. What's the calculator? Yeah. 3 minus 2 into 3.4. Something like that. Okay, 3 plus 3.4 by 3. 2.13. So can we go from 2 into 2 to 3 by 3? Yeah, this is approximately 3 minus 3.4. 3.4 by this is something just like minus 0.4 by 3, which is just less than 0. And even this is greater than minus 1, so we cannot take minus 1. So the integral range starts from this point 0, and this is also approximately 6.4 by 3. 2.2 something will get. and the integral value ends at 2. So the integral values of y are 0, 1 and 2. Now for 0, 1 and 2, what we will need to do, we just need to check that in this equation, we just need to check, very similar like the PLMO question, in this equation, putting y equals to 0, 1 and 2, what are the values of y we are getting, whether they are integer or not. If they are not integer, we will just simply eliminate them. If they are integer, then okay, we will consider them. These are the integral values. Finding the pairs, I am just enlisting the pairs for y and x. At y equals to 0, the values are, just a minute, ordered pair, isn't it? X, y, 1 0 1 2 2. I am having the solution 1 0 1 1 0. What I am writing is, the possible ordered pairs are x comma y. Put the values and find the values of x. That's your task. Calculation will help us to remember the question for a long time, remember the solving procedure for a long time. 1 comma 0, 0 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2. These are the possible pairs, ordered pairs. This question again based on the idea of discriminant. The PLMO question was based on the idea of discriminant, and this is very classical question. I just disclosed the source. This question was asked in some, just a minute. There is an organization named pravega.org. There is a enumeration feed, pravega.org, and there is a enumeration field. Basically, there I have seen the question once in their problem set 1, and there is another source of this problem, the same problem. That is the most common source, I'd say, for this problem. This problem was there in T2 Andrews's book. I guess the 101 problems like that. This book. I didn't exactly remember the name. For the USS training camp, Olympiad training camp, IMO training camp, I guess. These were the introductory problem. These were introductory problem. So that is the original source, T2 Andrews's book. And this was also asked in Pravega. That was a coincidence. Now this question has been based on some AIME question, problem from AIME. Just go through the question, waste 10 minutes and try to solve. If your wasted 10 minutes becomes unwasted 10 minutes, then this is very good, or you have to waste another 10 minutes here. And this is going to be useful, not definitely wasted. This greater than equal to is the most important thing. Let's consider that they are equal to each other. Before that, simplify it. We will get 3 into x minus 2 whole square plus 3 equals to px. greater than equals to 5 into x minus 2 whole square plus 3. Simplification, simple simplification. Now what can we observe from this? What can we observe from this? That when they will be equal, at x equals to 2, this 3 into x minus 2 whole square plus 3 will be equals to px equals to 5 into x minus 2 whole square plus 3, which implies that px is of the form sum k into x minus 2 whole square plus 3, because px is also a quadratic equation. This is the only possibility. From here directly we can say that k has two possibilities, either 3. Box of k has two possibilities, either 3 or 4. Now let's find out the original number of possibility. Let's remove k and put some m, arbitrary constant m here. Other than k, let's use some m, because k is already used in the question. Now how we will find the value of m? We have been given p2020. p2020 equals to, okay, p20 equals to 2020. No matters. p20 equals to 2020, which implies that m into x minus 2 whole square plus 3 equals to 2020. Simplifying, we need to find out the value of m. Simplify this and tell me the value. This will be 2017 by just put x equals to 20. Put x equals to 20, you will get this 324. Nothing difficult. 18 square plus 3. 18 square is 324. Got the value? So the equation is nothing else but 2017 by 324 into 21 minus 2 whole square plus 3, and this will give us the value of k, and the answer is, let me see the answer. We need to use calculator. 119953 for such devastating calculation. 324, and then we need to find out the value of box of k. Let me see what is the value of box k. 1199. If these values are wrong, then that means that somewhere our calculation is wrong, but the process is absolutely correct. 317. This is the answer. Process is absolutely correct. The most important point to be stressed, that at x equals to 2, since this is larger than this lies between this is something like, we have a theorem while solving problem of limits. This is called sandwich theorem. So here the idea is also something like sandwich theorem. If at a particular point this fx, say this is fx, this is gx, this is px. Since px is greater than gx, when px will be equals to fx, then gx lies between them. That means, say that this is the graph of fx, this is the graph of px, this is the graph of gx. Okay, it's not clear, I guess. Let me remove everything and explain this problem at a glance. Say we are having px greater than equals to gx greater than equals to fx. Say this is the graph of px, this is our gx, fx. What I am saying, this is px, this is fx. They touch sharply at this point, touch sharply at this point. P, not P, G, gx. Then at this point, these three are equal to each other. And inequality holds at all the other point, and equality holds at a particular point. That was the logic behind this problem. I guess this is the last question. Yeah, one question, two question, one from PRM 3. Yeah, this is going to be the last one. This was again a RMO question directly from the idea of discriminant. Here all the questions were directly from discriminant only. Just one question was different, that previous one. And rest all the four were directly based on the idea of discriminant, and one was from reduction. 3 questions on discriminant. I hope that from discriminant we are not going to miss any question after this. Assume that this is a quadratic equation in A, highest power is A. Find out the roots using quadratic formula. Let me arrange them. Just a minute. A square okay, we just rearrange this as a quadratic equation in A and find out the roots. Find the roots. This is the first hint. Find roots of A in terms of x. This will give us a relationship between A and x. So A, we will find x square plus x. Another value of A, quadratic equation, since this is a quadratic equation, x square minus x plus 1. Now we have got a relationship between A and x, and this relationship is again a quadratic equation. This can be thought of as a quadratic equation in x. This is again a quadratic equation in x. X will be here minus 1 plus minus root over of 1 plus 4a. Two line question. And here x will be for this quadratic equation. Just rearrange them. I am not rearranging, that's why this is becoming more short. 4a minus 3 line question. Logic is just 3 line. Now discriminant should be greater than equals to 0. Greater than equals to 0. 4a minus 3 greater than equals to 0. A greater than equals to minus 1 by 4. A greater than equals to 3 by 4. Just put them minus 1 by 4. You just for observation 3 by 4. Those have not got that observation point. So if this point is greater, any point here is definitely greater than minus 1 by 4. So which is equation is satisfying? If we take the intersection of these two equations, we will get A greater than equals to 3 by 4. Which is our answer. It was again a damn easy question, 3-line question from RMO. 3-line question from RMO. So we are over with the 5 questions. Basically on discriminant we have emphasized, and this was really excellent fun.